Hello everyone, I am here on my main account as I have just recently finished all the Conquer dungeons and I wanted to do a quick rundown of how to do this. I know I'll get asked, so I'll show before. I am low spend, I buy the magic pass and I bought the Antinua pack, that's about it. Level 60, a reasonable amount of gear, been farming Queen 12. Let's get into it. Okay, Conquer Dungeons. The first couple ones are pretty easily. Clear Topa, clear Ash, Ash 3, Topa 3. Pretty easy. Following the Topa line. If you take Kona into here, which Kona is an amazing unit that I use to clear all the way up to the end of Topa, this will be completed by itself. And reduce defense, you can clear this with multiple characters, anyone that reduces defense, or you can use the reduce defense spell. Topa 5 is just clearing Topa 5. That should still be relatively easy. A fire team of 4 fire-lined heroes. This can be completed on Topa 1, so if you're just taking in Connor and a fire DPS, you can take in any other 2 fire characters and complete it on 1. And Shield Remover should also be relatively easy to do. Just make sure that you're not doing a level too low, that the boss doesn't get a shield up before you burst them down. Topa 7 is a little harder because it's where the ads start coming into play on the boss stage. My recommendation is at Topa 7, just simply take out the right ad and then focus the boss. The right ad provides a counterattack buff, which significantly increases the counterattack damage, and it also has considerably less health than the left ad. Auto Topa 7. This requires a little bit of gear, but you should still be able to do it relatively easy. Auto mode. Just make sure that when you go into auto mode, you are using your boss focuses. So, to show you what I mean, let's go into Topa. Doesn't really matter what stage.
The Horde is a weapon.
And you can see my team here, which is all characters you can get over time. Azrina is a Covenant, Connor is a Covenant, Aurak from the event shop, and Cyrus is a Synthesis. These are the spells I use on 12. But to quickly show you the boss targeting for when you want to do Auto 7, it's up here. So this is what I use on 12, but on 7 I would just go lead on the right and then boss. By the way, if you're not doing multi-battles, retreats and defeats only cost 1 bread, so do not be afraid to go in there and try. Oops, wrong one. Alright, so 4 level 50 fire-aligned heroes. This one's pretty simple, but not all that easy if you haven't gotten good fire heroes. But in time, when you get Aurak, when you get Cyrus, when you get Connor, those are all level 60able heroes. And you can take in a friend's unit to fill in the 4th spot if you don't like Azrina, because I know some people are not the biggest fan of Azrina. She takes a lot of gear to make work, so I understand that. So yeah, you can take in a friend's fire hero to complete this mission. So the attack reduction, it may say inflict a negative effect on the Roaring Tulpa in battle, but it specifically asks for attack reduction. Now the good thing is, this has no level requirement, so you can do this on level 1 and simply take in any sort of attack down champion. I believe for this one I used Rujago, who is actually a water champion, but I had him built up for Ash Magisteria, so it was pretty easy. Auto Topa 10 is pretty much a gear check. So this is something that if you can't do it right now, don't get frustrated. just go into the easier dungeon, which is Queen 12 or even Ash Magisteria, but most likely you'll be farming Queen 12. And just get the gear until you can auto Tulpa 12 or Tulpa 10 with your fire team. So the deploy 4 level 60 Fireline heroes to defeat the Roaring Tulpa is like the level 50 one. It has no level requirement. You can do it on level 1. All you need is 4 Fireline heroes at level 60, and you can use a friend's support hero to complete this. Dispelling positive effects. This is probably the hardest of the lot here because you need to have the right ad proc its counterattack boost on the boss and then remove it before the boss gets a counterattack. Now there's a couple ways you can do this. So, heroes.
There's no room for hope here.
I used Aurak for this because on his execution removes all positive effects from the target and then deals damage. So if the counterattack boost is up, you can remove it with Aurak. It's pretty important to do this on manual as you're on stage 12, and you do need to beat the boss to be able to complete this. So doing it on manual allows you to move your damage around as you need, as Aurak's execute is going to be your main way of getting through the boss's shield on 12. So you'll basically need to do this early on in the fight, then move back over to the side ads until execution's back up, then proc the shield, then use execution. The other way you can do this is any other hero that may remove buffs, such as Edicris or Gangeller. I do not have a Gangeller. And you can also use the spell Water Prison, as Water Prison removes all positive effects from the target. That does work with this Conquer Dungeons. Then easier but still hard is Stage Blitzer. Defeat the Roaring Tulpa within 20 turns at stage 12. This is just straight up a gear check. You need enough gear to be able to do this. If you are using a traditional team like I am, which is the 4 fire heroes, the Cyrus, the Aurak, the Azrina, and the Connor, the gear is pretty heavy and you're most likely going to want to do this on manual. That's how I did it. I would run Shield of Mercy and time it to be on your Connor and your Aurak, as they're going to be the 2 that are most in danger of dying. Make sure you manual to time your Connor's healing spells, as the AI for Connor will use his massive healing spell when someone's only a little bit damaged. So you're most likely not going to be autoing. But it is still very much possible. When I first did this, my Connor was the only one ascended. I still have no ascensions on Aurak. I still have no ascensions on Azrina. Post doing this, I got lucky and pulled a Cyrus in a 10 pull of summon crystals. So she now has 1 ascension. But otherwise, all it took was me farming a lot of gear. So let's move down to Ash Magisteria. The first couple, easy, just clear up to 3. Swift Strike, defeat all fire imps in 1 turn. All players should have Nathalia. This is very easy with Nathalia. This can be done on any level, and on the lower levels there's only 3 imps. So you simply need 1 buff on Nathalia. You can do this by bringing in Connor. Very simple. No healing. Inflict a healing block. So there are only 4 units that do healing block in the game. There is Rujago, who is a water elite, Freya, who is a wood elite, Hulens, who is a dark elite, and Dark Niklaus, who is a dark legendary. Chances are you don't have Dark Niklaus. Rujago can do this the best, as he is positive affinity. Getting him up to 3 stars, level 30, and ascend him 3 times, as he is a synthesis character, and that'll be enough to survive to the boss to inflict healing block and complete this. And then you can use him in synthesis later. Ash Magisteria 5 is still relatively easy. A water-aligned squad. Deploy 3 water-aligned heroes. You should have your Nathalia. A good one to do is Joseph if you don't have Blackhorn. If you have Blackhorn, Joseph kinda doesn't exist in the game. You can also use, if you chose Hydresia as your rookie summon, if you were lucky enough to get William. There's a lot of water heroes you can do. This also doesn't have a level requirement for the heroes or for the dungeon. So you can do this on level 1 and send in a bunch of unleveled water heroes and just clear it out with your Nathalia. That's easy enough. Remove a bomb. This is best done with either Joseph or Mary, as they are 2 elites that can do it. This also doesn't have a level requirement, so you can do it on level 1 if you want, but the bomb needs to go out to be able to clear it, so make sure you're not killing the boss too fast. Ash 7 is a little harder, as I believe that's when he gets his full accompaniment of imps. This is a gear check on your Nathalia if she has buffs with her. It's just, yeah, it's a gear check on your Nathalia. Same with auto Ash, as there's not much difference between doing it on auto and doing it on manual. Deploying a hero with at least 10,000 max health. That is just any support hero that is at level 50 or level 60 should be able to complete this mission. It also does not have a level requirement, so you can just walk in level 1 even with a wood hero of a negative affinity with 10,000 plus health. Grant a shield. This is also able to be completed on any level, and you will have Connor from the Covenants. Just take Connor and level 1. Easy. Just make sure to use your shield while fighting the Ash Magisteria, not the ads. Auto Ash 10. Gear check again. This is gear checking your Nathalia and gear checking whatever support you're running with her. Either William, Joseph, Blackhorn, anyone that can give her a buff so she can hit all the imps. For level 60 Water-Aligned heroes, this has no level requirement for the dungeon, so you can do this on level 1 Ash Magisteria and just bring in a support hero from one of your friends. Same for Fast Mover. This can be done on level 1. Good heroes to do this with are Santis or Radira, Joseph. They all get massive amounts of speed from their glyphs. You could even bring in a Windstrux because you can do it on level 1. Getting to 150 speed isn't super hard, and you can do it on level 1. Move around some gear if you need to just get it done, because once it's done you never have to go back. You can just move gear around for free. No casualties on stage 12. This one's a little harder because you have to have a classic team. You can't rely on running the Icewolf team, the Icewolf Mary team, which is incredibly fast. But because the Icewolf dies, you won't be able to do this. If you have Mary, Joseph, or Blackhorn, they're basically needed for this. Mary and Shadowblood can work, but it's a much higher gear requirement. Yeah, this one is just one of those ones that takes time to do. So if you can't do it right now, just wait. Upgrade your gear on your Mary, on your Joseph, on your Blackhorn. Upgrade your gear on your Nathalia, on your supports. It'll get done in time. That's okay. When I first did this one, I actually ran a friend's Ciara in there because I did not have a supporting DPS to help with my Nathalia. Now I run Santis to poison the boss and just do it slowly. But 1,000 gems is very much worth working towards this. And that should get you into Season Victor, which has a lot of amazing rewards. You can see I'm not very far in any of the Void Towers. I've done Common, and I'm up to, I think, level 46 in Hard. I just don't do it that much because it's not that fun. But the rewards, very good. Summoning Crystal, Stardust, 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 a lot of summons. And then floor 7 of the Gemini Dragon, pretty easy. Remove positive effects. You can use the Gangelo, the Water Prison, the Edicris again. It's all very good. And you start to get a lot of free stuff for doing Arena as well. Well, I hope that was helpful. And if you have questions, ask and I will try to clarify. I didn't want to show teams just because a lot of these are very long to do, and this video would end up being over an hour. So thank you for watching. I hope this is helpful. Ask questions if you need to, and good luck.